naganap ang labanan ng ating kababayan na si Jerry Peñalosa kontra sa kasalukuyan noong WBO Bantamweight World Champion na si Johnny Gonzalez ng Mexico noong August 11, 2007. Sa labanan ngang ito ay maraming naniniwala na madali lang matatalo ni Johnny Gonzalez si Jerry Peñalosa. Dahil nga mas bata si Johnny Gonzalez, nasa panahong iyon ay 25 years old pa lamang. Habang si Jerry Peñalosa naman ay 36 years old na. Bagamat 25 years old lang noon si Johnny Gonzalez ay hindi naman natin masasabi na lamang na si Jerry Peñalosa sa boxing experience. Dahil ng mga panahon na iyon ay may boxing record na si Johnny Gonzalez na 34 wins, 5 losses at 29 knockout. At hindi lang doon nakakalamang si Johnny Gonzalez dahil meron din itong height at reach advantage. Ngunit paano nga ba pinaluhod at tinalo ni Jerry Peñalosa ang batang kampyon sa kabila ng advantage nito? Tara mga boss at sabay-sabay natin panoorin ang kanilang naging laban.
Peñalosa, who has campaigned at super flyweight in his career, has just won. Gonzalez in the black trunks, a decided reach advantage measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, 24 inches, nearly 2.5 inches longer than Peñalosa's.
And you know the funny thing about that, he needs to use that reach because Peñalosa wants to get in there and get in there close because he really realizes that he's at a disadvantage on size and reach. So cutting off the ring is very important for him, and stepping over to his left is even more important to him because that's the way Johnny's going. He's going towards his left.
What about the footwork, Lennox? Southpaw against the orthodox fighter.
Well, the southpaw is doing the right thing. If you notice, there's a couple instances where Peñalosa is actually stepping on his foot. The referee hasn't
fighters tonight. That's the entire card, and you hear the crowd reacting. There are a lot of Filipino flags being flown throughout the crowd as well as Mexican flags, so there's some nationalistic flavor to this as well.
Johnny Gonzalez is still kind of measuring out there. He's not really trying to take the fight over and assert himself like he should be.
What should he do more of, Lennox?
Well, he's doing the right things in the sense of he needs to throw more punches. He needs to be a lot stronger with his punches, especially with his jab. He's doing the right thing. He's putting the pressure on him. He's making him back up. He wants to get him against the ropes so he can take advantage of his shorter arms out of the two.
It seems as if Peñalosa is slowly, in small increments, figuring out a way to close the gap a little bit.
Well, he has to. He's the shorter boxer. He doesn't want to keep this fight at long range because he's at a disadvantage having shorter arms.
Checo.
Looking at Johnny Gonzalez's punches, there's not too much steam behind him. He's just using his arms to really throw the punches.
You know, when we talked with Peñalosa in the fighter meeting, he was convinced that this fight wouldn't even go the distance.
Well, he's on a search and destroy mission. He said, you know, I asked him what he's going to do in this round, in this fight. He said he's just going to search and destroy. He's going to not even really saying that, but, you know, we want to see him do it. And right now, he needs to pick up the pace a little bit, put a little bit more pressure on Johnny, and try and put him up against the ropes.
Low blow right on the belt line by Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez threw a good body punch there and a good hook to end the round. A little bit. Until he hears that last 10 seconds, then he picks up the pace.
Peñalosa blocked most of that from Gonzalez.
There's not a lot of body punches thrown right now, and the person that should be throwing the body punches is Peñalosa. He should be going to Johnny's body and trying to score some points and trying to affect him for the later rounds.
How does he get in there to get those body shots delivered when he's giving away the height and reach?
Well, that's where footwork comes in. He has to move in quick. And when he's ducking, he has to duck in.
Pinaluhod shoots a left hand to the midsection. Works a jab. Does Gonzalez need to be a bit busier?
Gonzalez is doing the right thing right now. He's keeping the fight in the center of the...
A hook working for Gonzalez. Pinaluhod steps in the pocket. End of 3.
It's an easy fight for him because he's standing right there in front of him. Johnny Gonzalez knows he's going to come, and all he does is step back, throw a couple punches. They don't need to be hard, but, you know, Pinaluhod's there, and it makes it look like he's scoring the points.
So you're saying it's easy for Gonzalez right now?
Yeah.
To have a busier pace throughout, doesn't he?
Well, he needs to start it off right now. I mean, there's no use waiting till you hear that 10-second call on the mat and then try and win the round. You should try and win the round straight as soon as you hear the bell go. Impose your will against the guy, put him up against the ropes and win. On the combination, Pinaluhod reacting after.
Gonzalez rips the right hand. Pinaluhod shoots a left hand to the body of Gonzalez. Got a one-punch title against Ray Batista. No knockdown so far in the fight. Gonzalez has been able to control the distance as Pinaluhod does get inside, but right away Gonzalez fires back with the right hand. Pinaluhod, a highly respected boxer in the Philippines. In fact, he is the idol of Manny Pacquiao. Been a great champion at the tail end of his career here at the age of 35. Left hand by Pinaluhod. Gonzalez with a left of his own.
And Pinaluhod got through with a good left hand right there, right when Johnny Gonzalez was throwing the left hook.
And for a guy that had to come down from 130 pounds to make the 118-pound limit. A little low. Gonzalez seems to be pretty relaxed, and it doesn't seem like the weight loss affected him much.
Not too much. I mean, Pinaluhod doesn't really give him too much pressure to worry about. So he's relaxed. He doesn't feel the pressure anytime at all. He can do what he wants to. Anytime he wants to rest, all he does is get on his feet and move around.
That took to the side. Pinaluhod off balance. So each round is almost a carbon copy. Gonzalez will box, control the range, use the left hook, and then the last 15 seconds, Pinaluhod tries to open up.
And I'm sure as the rounds go on, Pinaluhod is going to become more desperate. I'm sure his corner is going to tell him, listen, you need to pick up the pace. You really need to do something in there. And hopefully get Pinaluhod to do a lot more than he's doing right now. And Pinaluhod is still following him around. Good body shot.
Yeah, body shot puts Gonzalez down.
He's hurting. I don't even think he's going to make this. This is a rough shot. He's not even breathing. He cannot make it, and this is where the weight has an issue and caused him to really take all that weight, the weight that he needed around his ribs to protect him. He had no weight there. And here we go, left to the body. Oh, right in the wrist shot there. Always finds it very difficult to come if he would have got up from that shot. And here we see it from another angle. Pinaluhod ducking under, coming back with that left hook right to the liver.
It was the perfect shot.
Your winner, by way of knockout and new WBO Bantamweight Champion of the World, from the Philippines.
Sa panalungang ito ni Jerry Peñalosa ay naging 2 Division World Champion na siya, na matatanda ang unang nagkampiyon bilang WBC Super Flyweight World Champion. Sa ngayon ay nagretiro na si Jerry Peñalosa sa pagboboxing at nagpo-promote na ito ng mga boxing event. At meron na din itong minamanage na boxing gym. Habang si Johnny Gonzalez naman ay aktibo pa din sa pagboboxing. At nanalo pa nga ito sa kanyang huling laban noong August 17, 2019. Hanggang dito na lang mga boss. Sana nagustuhan nyo ang ating video. Salamat sa panonood.